Right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is the State Court of Clayton County. I'm Judge Tammy Long Hayward. This is the arraignment calendar and the jail calendar for December 16th, 2025. In a moment, I'm going to call the calendars. If you are represented by an attorney, your attorney is going to speak on your behalf, but I do need to know that you are here. Please make sure that you have your first and last name on the screen if you are here by video. If not, then if you're in the courtroom, please make sure that you speak up so that we know that you are here, because it's very important. If not, and a bench warrant will issue. Right, the first calendar I'm going to call is the arraignment calendar. Ms. Val, you sent me an amended calendar. Was that jail or arraignment?
It was Jill. The arraignment I sent the other day, but I can send it to you again. I sent you the revised.
No, I have both of them. I just didn't know whether I needed to switch to the other jail calendar.
Let me send you the jail calendar is fine. It's the arraignment calendar that was amended. Let me send it to you right quick.
Okay, no, I got it. Let me just switch to the other one.
It looks like I sent you to jail. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and send it to me then.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, I think that's what happened. It was two jail calendars.
Let me know if you got it. I just sent it.
Yeah, just got it. All right. So for the arraignment calendar for December 16, 2025 at 10 a.m., the first case on the calendar is Calvin Audrey, and this is Lister Holton Dennis. I'm sorry, Audrey Calvin.
Judge, we'll request a breakout or a conference with Ms. Calvin.
All right. Is Ms. Calvin present?
Judge, I couldn't hear that.
Is she present?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, there you are, Ms. Calvin. Thank you. All right, next case on the calendar is Grimes, Martavius Keontae Grimes, and I do not see an attorney listed for Mr. Grimes. Is Mr. Grimes present?
No, Judge, no one in the courtroom.
All right, so Mr. Grimes is not in the courtroom. Mr. Grimes has not responded or is not listed on the video. Bench warrant for Mr. Grimes, Martavius Grimes. Next is Sylvia Dean Harrell, or Harrell, Harrell, Sylvia Dean Harrell or Harrell.
Judge, we do not have contact. We tried to make contact with Ms. Harrell.
All right, bench warrant, bond forfeiture.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, are you aware that there's a hold on her for mental incompetence that's indefinite?
You mean okay, let me ask the question. So do we have a stay in her proceedings based on her getting assistance, or like, what does that mean, a hold?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what she's referring to.
My understanding is that she may not have been competent enough and haven't been restored to competency.
Okay, so she was at DBHDD in one of the hospitals, is what you're telling me?
Let me just confirm. Give me 1 second.
Because if so, then we need to work out something where she either goes on the dead docket or the case is resolved so that she can be in custody of the state.
Yeah. I don't seem to have that file in front of me, but I can get it.
Okay. So yeah. Ms. Bing, I know Mr. Brooks has some thoughts and policies regarding people who can't be restored. So if you all will coordinate on Miss Harrell and see if we can get that taken care of, because that way we can make sure that she's getting whatever help she needs and is not having to respond to this. So, all right. So the next case is Latrice Anita Hickman.
Judge, she's present in the courtroom. Ms. Hickman? Is that, you're Ms. Hickman, right? Yeah. Come forward.
Good morning.
All right, Ms. Hickman, you're before the court for driving on a suspended or revoked license, no license, and failure to yield the right of way. You have the opportunity to have an attorney represent you. If you wish to, I can appoint one of the attorneys in the courtroom. If you wish to represent yourself, then you can speak directly with the state. They can tell you what their recommendation would be for those offenses. And if you have anything that shows your license is current, that may be helpful to your discussion.
Yes, ma'am. I have a current license.
All right. Did you wish to have an attorney represent you, or did you wish to speak with the state's attorney directly?
To the state attorney.
Okay. All right, Ms. Bing, did you have a recommendation? She says her license is current.
Well, I'm gonna check to see if her license is current. I'm looking now.
Okay.
Sometimes people mistake the expiration date as meaning that it's current.
I
And
got you.
yeah. Okay, yes, it is valid. If my recommendation would just be to null pros counts 1 and 2, and then there'd be $100 fine on the third count.
Okay. So she's recommending to null pros counts 1 and 2, which means that they would be dismissed. The third one would be failure to yield. It's $100 fine, and she's checking to see if you're a NOLO eligible. Because if you're able to use a NOLO, then there would be no points on your license. Right. So Ms. Bing, just let me know when you can find that out.
Yes, she does appear to be NOLO eligible.
Okay. So knowing those things, Ms. Hickman, how do you want to proceed? Okay, so let me explain it because you're looking around. So the first two, the no license and the driving on a suspended or revoked license would go away. The only thing you'd be dealing with is failure to yield the right of way. What the state's offering is that you can enter a NOLO plea and pay a fine of $100. Now, I can give you up to 60 days to pay the $100 fine if you need additional time. So, and that would be with no, there will be surcharges. So the total will be $151.50, and you can pay that within 60 days.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that what you wish to do?
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can put your hand down. So you're before the court on State of Georgia versus Latrice Anita Hickman, 2023 CR 02045, for driving on a suspended or revoked license, no license, and failure to yield the right of way. Counts 1 and 2 will be no prost. Count 3 is a NOLO plea. By entering a plea of NOLO, Ms. Hickman, you give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself or present any testimony or evidence against yourself. And if you are not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So factual basis, Ms. Bing.
Yes, on November 3rd, 2022, Ms. Hickman was coming out of her apartment complex onto 138 because she failed to see that there was someone there, and she ended up T-boning him. As a result, she was ticketed for failure to yield. It's a $100 fine for that, and all other charges are not punished.
All right, so Ms. Hickman, it'll be $100 with the surcharges that imposed by the state. It'll be a total of $151.50. I'm going to ask you to go down to the second floor of the building. So when you leave the courtroom, go out the double doors, go down one floor, and when you come back into the hallway on the second floor, go to your left. You're going to go to the traffic court window. They're going to provide you with your paperwork. It's going to have 60 days in which you need to pay, and they'll give you the exact date. But what I want you to remember is we get caught up in the holidays. What you don't want to do is forget to pay. So please put a reminder in your phone of the deadline by which you need to pay. Also ask them that's where you'll pay when you decide to make your payments, and you can make partial payments or pay it all in full. But ask them also about how to pay online or by phone if you need to do that also. Okay? All right, so just don't leave the building without going to the second floor and getting your paperwork.
Okay, thank you.
All right, happy holidays, Ms. Hickman. All right, next is Kevin Matthew McGee Jr. Kevin Matthew McGee Jr.
Judge, you look like the state now process that case.
All righty, thank you. I signed a bunch of stuff the other day, so that might have been one of them. Jada J. Manley.
That case also is now process.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Val, because I didn't update my calendar, so I know I signed a bunch of stuff, but it's not on here. All right, Jose Gabriel Morales.
Jose Morales.
Jose Gabriel Morales.
Judge, I continue that case to February 10th.
Thank you. Is that Mr. Kessler's case?
No, it doesn't appear he has an attorney on here.
Okay, no problem. All right, next is Mildred Eleanor Morgan.
That one was also now process.
Ooh, we're cooking with gas now. All right, James Leonard Wright. James Leonard Wright. Last call for James Leonard Wright. Does anybody see it on the video screen? Oh, all right. So bench warrant for James Leonard Wright. Next is Mr. Wright had two cases. I'm sorry. He was the last on the arraignment calendar. All right. So Ms. Calvin's case is still pending. That Mr. Lynch requested a conference in that case. And for Grimes bench warrant, Harrell is maybe a mental health abatement, and we're going to look into that because it may need to go into another status. Hickman is a plea. McGee, Manley, no pros. Morales is continued. Morgan, no pros, and Wright is a bench warrant ×2. All right, on the jail calendar. All right, the first name on the jail calendar is Jonathan Hugh Carroll.
Judge, that's going to be a negotiated plea.
Next is Marcus Armani Curry.
Judge, that's going to be a negotiated plea.
Diamond Davenport.
Judge, I need to speak with her this morning. So if I could just, this is the one inmate I think I haven't spoken to today.
Okay, no problem. Torrance Bernard Hall is a petition.
That's going to be a stipulation and an acceptance of, or asking the court to accept the recommendation from Ms. Chang.
Christopher Jamel Jolly.
Judge, one moment. Judge, Ms. Tortorello stepped out. She's handling that. I believe we're just going to ask for a conference at this point, and she may have a further announcement.
And Ray Love.
Judge, same announcement. looks like she may still be wanting a conference with the state or her client.
Okay. Carlos Richard McClure.
I do have an indication that's going to be a plea today, Judge, but I don't know whether that's negotiated or not. She'll be back in a moment.
Okay. Amir Messiah Hoffman.
I believe that person has out to bond, not in custody at this time.
Okay. Next is Brees T. Tanner.
Yes, Judge. We're going to enter not guilty pleas on both counts, both cases, rather.
Is there any likelihood that Tanner will be getting out?
Well, at this point, that likelihood is approximately 0 because, Judge, he's held without a bond on one of his charges.
Okay.
We
Because
are-
I was going to give him the speech, but if he's not getting out and I control whether he gets out or not, we're good right now.
Judge, since you mentioned it, I'm likely to file a motion to set bond, but I know.
Yeah, you can file the motion. Go ahead. We'll have a hearing.
Okay.
But as I'm gonna just tell you, you might want to let him know it ain't looking good for Christmas.
I know. He knows.
All right. So I'm ready whenever y'all are. If you want a conference first, that's fine. If you want to take the pleas first, that's fine.
Judge, perhaps maybe if I go conference with Miss Davenport, we can talk. Miss Tortorella can talk to whoever she needs to talk to, and then we can maybe roll through everything.
All right, sounds good. Thank you. Ms. Tortorella, he gave me tentative announcements for yours. So whenever you're ready, we know that you probably still need to talk to a couple of people.
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks.
Yeah, that's fine.
So for McClure, Carlos McClure, that will be a plea, Your Honor.
Okay.
And then I would have to conference still with Jolly and Love.
That's what I got. All righty. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back in a moment. The attorneys are going to finish conferencing with the rest of the people who are in the jail, and then we'll just roll through the calendar.
Attorney Powell, can my device be placed in a breakout room with Miss Calvin.
One moment.
Thank you.
Ms. Tortorella, you want your device in that room?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, no problem. All right, Ms. Calvin and Ms. Tortorella are breakout room number 1. I'm going to open the doors. You'll see an invitation pop up on your screen, Ms. Calvin. Just go ahead and activate your screen. And also to come out of the breakout room, you activate your screen and it should have leave breakout room.
Honor, I've just sent you and Mr. Lynch and Ms. Tortorello an update on Harrell, just via email.
Okay, I'm signing something right now. Just give me a second and I'll look at it. Thank
No
you.
rush, no rush at all.
Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Lynch.
I was wondering, assuming that Ms. Bing is ready, if we could go ahead and take a couple of the pleas that I'm doing.
I'm ready.
All right.
All right, Ms. Bing, you ready?
Yes.
Who's up?
Jonathan Carroll.
I didn't hear the name. You,
First
Carol.
one, Jonathan Carroll.
thanks.
Stand right next to me.
Mr. Carroll, raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can put your hand down. You're before the court on State of Georgia versus Jonathan Hugh Carroll, 2025 CR 10506 for criminal trespass. You're represented by attorney Owen Lynch with the law firm of Lister Holton Dennis. Mr. Lynch, what does your client plead to the offense before the court?
Guilty.
By entering a plea of guilty, Mr. Carroll, you give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself. And if you're not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, factual basis recommendation, please.
And on November 5th, 2025, officers responded to 441 Pinecrest Drive, Riverdale, Georgia, 30274 in regards to a domestic dispute. Mr. Carroll had been notified that he needed to leave the property. He was even shown paperwork signed by a judge that he was supposed to leave the premises. Officers asked him to leave several times, but he refused, and then he was arrested. The state's recommendation is 12 months to serve 40 days, credit for time served, balance suspended, and a do not return to 441 Pinecrest Drive, Riverdale, Georgia.
Mr. Lynch?
Judge, we just ask the court accept that as negotiated.
All right, so Mr. Carroll, I'm going to accept your plea of guilty. I'll send you to 12 months to serve 40 days, credit for time served. Balance will be suspended as long as you do not go back to 441 Pinecrest Drive, Riverdale, Georgia, Clayton County, and that you have no other violations of the laws of the state of Georgia. All right, you can go back with the sheriff. Who's next?
Marcus Curry.
On Harrell, did you want to dead docket that or?
I'm willing to, Mr. Lynch.
Judge, I think that makes sense in the posture that the case is currently in. I don't have any
Yes.
objection.
All right, sounds like it. Raise your right hand for me, Mr. Curry. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any testimony we give you in this matter will be true? That you give in this matter will be true.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can put your hand down. You're before the court on State of Georgia versus Marcus Amani Curry, 2025 CR 10596, public transit violation and criminal trespass. What does your client plead to the offenses before the court, Mr. Lynch?
Guilty, Judge.
By entering a plea of guilty to counts 1 and 2, you give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf to not incriminate yourself. And if you're not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Factual basis and recommendation, please.
Yes, on November 24th, 2025, officers observed Mr. Curry push through the fare gate without paying his required fare. He was also issued a permanent ban by MARTA on 8/23/2023.
Right.
State recommendation is for count 1, 12 months to serve, 32 days, credit for time served. Count 2, 12 months to serve, 32 days, credit for time served. That's concurrent.
All right. Mr. Lynch, anything on behalf of Mr. Curry?
No, Your Honor, we just ask that you accept the plea as negotiated.
All right, Mr. Curry, I'm going to accept your pleas of guilty to counts 1 and 2. I'll send you to 12 months to serve 32 days, credit for time served. Balance will be suspended as long as you do not go back, do not have any additional violations of the laws of the state of Georgia, and as long as you do not violate the criminal trespass ban that you have from MARTA until it expires, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can go back with the sheriff's office.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Judge, I'm ready to go forward on the petition for Bernard Hall.
All right,
Or is it Torrance? Hall, Bernard Hall.
Torrance.
No, I'm sorry, Torrance. Oh, I see, Torrance. Torrance Hall.
All right, raise your right hand for me, sir. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can put your hand down. So, Mr. Hall, you're before the court, Torrance Bernard Hall, for a petition for revocation of probation. This is from case 2025 CR 00402. You were before this court for criminal trespass on the 4th day of February 2025, sentenced to 12 months, 30 days to serve in jail, and the balance on probation. You have 4 months and 2 days remaining. Your sentence was told because you failed to report. You failed to report to probation on April 15th, June 5th, June 6th, 10th, and within 10 days of July 29th, on August 13th, all of 2025, and within 10 days of August 14th, 2025. You did report, the last time you reported, it was on May 7th of 2025. You failed to comply with your medication. You were supposed to take prescribed medications, and you failed to stay in compliance, and you failed to pay. Mr. Lynch?
Judge, he does stipulate us as far as not being in compliance. I believe that part of the issue with the reporting was the fact that he has relocated to another state. And I think if I'm not mistaken, I think he did make the probation officer aware of that. However, he didn't it needed to remain. But-
Okay. All right, do we need to make this phone and mail report?
Well, I mean, I think the recommendation is essentially that the case is going to be closed out.
Okay. What's your recommendation, Miss Chang?
Good morning, Your Honor. Probation recommends that probation be revoked to serve 30 days, closed case. Credit for time served since December the 9th.
All right. All right, so I have defendant shall have 30 days revoked with credit for time since December 9th, 2025. After service of 30 days in the Clayton County Jail, defendant's case shall be closed. Did I need to add anything else?
No, Your Honor, that's correct. Thank you.
All right, I'm sending this over.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Hall, keep taking your medicine, sir. I know it's sometimes difficult to have access, but if you can, just try and keep taking your medicines, because if you keep taking your medicines, then you stay out of jail, okay?
That's why I actually relocated and so I can get different type of medical help somewhere else in another state. And they helped me place me in a program where I just became eligible for housing. So I do
Okay.
have my own place when I am released.
So my understanding is the jail is doing really liberal release policies. I don't have any problem with that, okay? So hopefully that'll get you out quicker.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have. May I be excused?
Yes, ma'am, Ms. Chang, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm just trying to see if there's anybody else I have, I think. Judge, I guess I do have an announcement.
Yes, sir.
I did place Ms. Davenport on the calendar today. I also just wanted to note that some of her family members are on the Zoom. An interest in her case. At this point, she's not going to be entering a plea today.
Is she not entering a not guilty?
She already entered a not guilty, Judge.
Okay.
Well, I would ask that she be on the very next available trial calendar.
Well, if she's in jail, she will be. Our jail cases take precedence.
I understand that's the
Are there some issues that I need to know about?
Judge. Maybe I'll send an email.
All right, thank you.
So she's going to be placed on the 1/5 calendar?
Miss Val, if she's an inmate, she'll come up on the first available calendar, right?
I'll make sure she's on there, Judge.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So Ms. Davenport can go back. We have Jolly, Love, and McClure left.
Yes, Judge. I think Ms. Tortorella is finishing up. I'll get a update from her.
Okay.
Your Honor, I'm ready for announcements.
We ready?
Yes, Your Honor. On Audrey Calvin, she will be maintaining her not guilty plea. She's on the Adam Bond calendar. We filed a motion to suppress. It has never been heard. So we're asking the court to place her on a motions calendar. She also lives in Tennessee, Your Honor, so it would be to her benefit, just full disclosure.
It's been to her benefit to what now?
To be placed on a motions calendar. She lives in Tennessee, so this would be an opportunity for her to be heard and her case to be heard, and for her to be able to attend virtually.
Okay, so but a motions hearing is not a substitute for trial. She's gonna have to come to trial if the hearing is not dispositive.
Yes, Your Honor, she understands all that. She understands that once it's placed in a trial calendar, that she will have to come in person and she needs to get her affairs in order.
All right. When was the motion filed?
Back in 2023, I believe, Your Honor. And for our notes, it's never been heard.
All right, Ms. Val, if you could put her on the next available motions calendar. Ms. Calvin, you know what you've been charged with. Please do not do anything that will put you in that similar situation to be arrested for a similar offense. I had a gentleman during this time of year. He was on bond for DUI. He went out and committed another DUI, but this time he hit a lady's car going 85 miles per hour and killed her. So please be mindful that in this holiday spirit where everybody has substances and alcohol, that might not be what you need to do. We clear?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So not guilty motion, it will be put on the next available motions calendar. All right, next.
Yes, Your Honor. For Christopher Jolly, he's on the jail calendar. That will be a not guilty plea. We're waiving a formal reading of arraignment. And if you could please place him on the, if not the January 5th, the February trial calendar.
Well, you know, he's entitled to trial because he's an active inmate. But if you want him on the February 5th, okay, that's your choice.
Yes, Your Honor. So February 5th trial calendar.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Is there any likelihood that he'll be out?
I couldn't hear you.
Is there a likelihood that he'll make bond?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So he'll be on the February 5th calendar. All right. What's the announcement for Love?
That will be a negotiated plea, Your Honor.
Okay. And McClure is a plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I'm ready on Love and McClure.
Can you bring out Love, please? Hello, Your Honor. This is Mr. Love.
Good morning, Mr. Love.
All right.
Raise your right hand for me. You saw the other hand, babe. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true.
Oh, yes.
All right, you can put your hands down. You're before the court on 2025 CR 10600 for criminal trespass. Ray Love. Your attorney is Ms. Tortorello, who's next to you. Ms. Tortorello, what is Mr. Love plead to the offense of criminal trespass?
Nolo, Your Honor.
All right. By entering a plea of nolo, Mr. Love, you give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself. And if you are not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
All right, factual basis and recommendation, please.
November 3rd, 2025, officers were patrolling the MARTA station at the airport. They observed Mr. Love asleep on the train. He did not have a breeze card in his possession. He was advised to go downstairs and pay the proper fee. And he was also offered services, PAD and HOPE services. He refused both. Then he was asked to leave. He refused to leave. He was given a criminal trespass warning, asked to leave several more times, and then was arrested. Recommendation: 12 months to serve, 43 days, credit for time served.
All right, Ms. Tortorello.
Only that you accept the plea as negotiated, Your Honor, and my understanding is that the balance will be suspended.
So, Mr. Love, I'll accept your plea, 12 months to serve 43 days, credit for time served, balance suspended as long as you have no new violations of the laws of the state of Georgia. Mr. Love, they're doing a lot of enforcement on MARTA and at the airport. So if you could avoid going there, unless you have a ticket, because they're really arresting a lot of people at the airport and at MARTA, okay?
So that's that. So I'm finished.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
McClure.
Last thing you said was that. Sir, you can come sit next to her. I know it's confusing. Yeah, I'm confused.
Mr. McClure,
Yes, ma'am.
raise your right hand for me. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can put your hand down.
Thank
So
you.
2025 CR 10593, Carlos Richard McClure. Mr. McClure, you're before the court for battery, family violence, count 1, battery, count 2, simple battery, family violence, count 3, and simple battery. And you're represented by Attorney Tortorello, who's with you in the courtroom. Ms. Tortorello, what does your client plead to the offenses before the court?
Your Honor, for count 1, battery, family violence, that will be a guilty plea. My understanding is that counts 2 through 4 will merge into count 1.
All right. By entering a plea of guilty to count 1, counts 2, 3, and 4 will merge. You give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself. And if you are not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things, Mr. McClure?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Factual basis recommendation, please.
September 2nd, 2025, a domestic disturbance at 11894 Turner Road, Hampton, Georgia, between two roommates. They had been out celebrating a birthday. When they returned, Mr. McClure had gotten upset about his dog being out. That led to a verbal argument. And then Mr. McClure began to push his roommate and then struck him in the face. State's recommendation is 12 months to serve, 26 days for time probated, $300 fine.
ASGB, I'm sorry, you cut off.
Pardon?
You cut off, I'm sorry. I heard 26 days and then it cut off.
Yeah.
Yes, 26 days credit for time served, balance probated, $300 fine. Family violence intervention
No,
or anger management, whichever
Okay.
one is most
yeah,
appropriate.
I'll do anger management.
Okay. No contact with the victim and do not return to 11894 Turner Road, Hampton, Georgia.
All right, couple of questions. Whose house is the Hampton, Georgia house? Is it a rooming house? Is it was it shared? Who lives there?
John Grant, he owns it.
Okay, so
Yes, ma'am.
did you get all of your things from the house?
I need to still.
Okay, so what I'll do is I will give you the opportunity to go back with the sheriff one time. You have to be able to carry away all of your stuff. It has to be undisputed that it is yours. And the sheriffs will just stand by to keep the peace, but you'll make the appointment through the Clayton County Sheriff's Office, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
That'll be in the order. So you'll have a copy of the order or they can pull it up on their screen, but they'll be able to see that you can do that.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So second thing is, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, it's gonna be anger management instead of family violence, because that's the more appropriate thing here. So I'm glad y'all had either or. So sir, I'm going to accept your plea of count one, counts 2, 3, and 4 will merge. 12 months to serve 26 days credit for time served. The balance will be probated for a $300 fine, which will be $444. But you'll have the 12 months to pay that. The anger management and no contact. Who's the alleged victim in this case?
Jonathan Grant, Your Honor.
I'm sorry.
Jonathan Grant.
John Grant.
John Grant. All right. So you'll have no contact with John Grant other than having the opportunity to go back one time with the sheriff's office to get any undisputed personal property. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So you're going to be on probation. Complete the anger management course as quickly as you can. The fines and fees, you'll have time in which to pay those. And the quickest way to get rearrested is to fail to report to probation. So please make sure you report. If you have any difficulties completing anything on probation, the probation officers are a resource. They will help you successfully complete, but you got to respond to them, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir. Free to go at this time.
Your Honor, one ask for my client is, can probation terminate him completing all the requirements?
If y'all agree to it,
Did not agree to that. Balances can suspend.
we'll suspend.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. So once you have completed your anger management and the payment of the fine, your probation can can suspend so that you don't have to keep coming to probation reports, but you got to do those two things first.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Take care.
Thank you,
Your
ma'am.
Honor.
You're welcome. All right. So I think that's our last case. Miss Calvin, did you have a question or something? Because you're still on.
Yes, I did have a question. Do I still have a bench warrant or is that over with?
Well, I've been signing stuff. Did y'all send me something from Miss Calvin? I didn't know she had a bench warrant.
Judge, I believe Ms. Tortorello intended to ask to have the withdrawn. And if so, we can, if Your Honor would agree to that, we'll certainly send you a bench warrant withdrawal. Mr.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Go ahead and send it.
Bench warrant withdrawal for Calvin.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll go ahead and send the order.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. So ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all. See you on Thursday afternoon for our extravaganza.
Wait,
So,
Judge,
yes.
I have a question about Harold on the arraignment calendar.
So that is going to go to the dead docket. I'll just wait until I get the order because she was on a mental health abatement for that case. It's either going to go to dead docket or it's going to stay open because you can, she did this, can't be found. So I don't know if I'm gonna issue a bench warrant though.
Okay,
Yeah, let me think about it.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, anything else? All right, I'm signing. Thank you.
Your Honor.
Yes, see y'all.